What's up, summoners? So today we are going to do a showcase on copper. So copper is what's his face? Hold on. Yeah, this copper is a wind living armor, and he's very widely used in Guild Wars and Arena. Mostly in Guild Wars because his main skill is this Thunder Strike, and it can hit really hard, and it's a defense based attack. So as this Thunder Strike mentioned here, strikes an enemy with thunder, the damage increases accordingly to your defense and ignores the target defense if it's lower than 50% of HP. So any attack that ignores defense is good, but for his case, his defense has to be 50% higher than enemies. So if you are hitting against something like area, right, or Veladriel, or even this Galadriel, this Wind Archangel Galadriel, or any monster that is based on defense, you must be very sure that your copper's defense is higher than theirs. So let's go on to his skills. So first skill, Pulverize. Strikes an enemy with a hammer and stun the target for 1 turn with 15% chance. And if the target is under defense reduction effect, its attack speed is reduced for 2 turns. The damage increases according to your defense. So at max skill, it goes up to about 35, 15, 50%. So 50% chance to stun the enemy, and if the enemy is if the enemy has armor break, it will apply a attack slow to the enemy. So second skill, Swing Smash. Swings the hammer, attack all enemies and decrease their defense for 2 turns with 50% chance. Damage increase according to your defense. So this one is a fixed 50% of armor break, and the last skill, as mentioned, ignores defense if the target has 50% lower than defense. So the main skill of this monster is to one-shot an enemy on turn 1, right? And other than that, he can be useful in raids. I have seen him being used in raid in front lines because of his first skill, which is able to slow the enemy, and second skill to armor break, and third skill of course is to ignore the defense. So he works quite well in raids also. Other than that, I think these two places he's being mostly used, and when he gets awakened, he gets 25% resistance increase, which is not too bad, I guess, because you need resistance to resist armor break from monsters such as Bella or Ritesh. Yep. And how you want to rune him will probably be full guard or guard runes, right? Some people rune him Rage Guard, Rage Whale. Whatever works for you is fine, but the safest way is to go full guard because this will ensure that your defense is 50% higher than the enemy. And people go for Rage Whale because Rage Guard or Rage Whale because they want their copper to hit really hard, and it still works. It will work because if the enemy has lower defense than you, it will surely work, but you must be really sure that you have 50% defense higher than theirs. So for the runes, you must go defense, crit damage, defense. So because all his skill is based on defense, so it's best to go defense, crit damage, defense. And with subs, with crit rate, crit damage and defense subs in all their runes. So I'll go cycle along these runes. Slot 1, you can pause anywhere in the view as you like. So for this room, I put in a shield rune just because of the substat over there, 28%, and the crit rate. So my copper stands about at 2000 defense, which is quite okayish, and has about 185 crit damage and 52% crit rate. So normally people run copper with Randy and Chloe in Guild Wars. So Chloe buff Fanatic, Randy buff that thing. What's that thing? Where is it? Randy. Randy. He buffed this Ready to Snipe. Increase crit rate and defense for all allies, and then enemy does all their shit, right? So they can do whatever they want, provided they don't have a AoE stripper like Praha or Aquila. And after they're done with all their shit, you do your Thunder Strike and take out the enemy that you want to take out first, like Vermos or Beast Monks. So let's test him out in Faemon Hell. So we're at the Faemon Hell final boss stage. So to test out this copper fully, I brought this Delphoy. She has a little skill that increases defense with wind attribute by 40%. So this will ensure that copper receives the most defense, and Randy for the defense and crit rate buff, right? And Chasun just for the heals. So let's go. So I'll just do the attack buff and Ready to Snipe and give immunity to everyone so I don't get stunned or whatever shit. So now Thunder Strike on a level 40 armored unit. So I do put this on +1. Let's see how much damage this does. $48,000. 48,000 is not too bad. So in arena, in Guild Wars, you'll do around the same damage, plus minus. Okay, so we are at the boss stage. Let's do this Ready to Snipe again and give immunity. Okay, so the dragon down, hopefully. Okay, Raiden proc. Okay, so we put this as +1. So we'll see how much my copper can do with 40% defense lead, max crit rate, and defense buff. Let's go. $47,000. So 47,000 is enough to kill something in Guild Wars, unless you're in endgame Guild Wars like your G3 Guild War. So I think 47,000 is not too bad for copper, and I hope, yep, I think that's it. It's my copper again. Copper, yep. So take a look again. So I hope that this video is informative to you, and if you have any questions or about copper, about rune builds or anything, just comment below, and as always, stay awesome.